Hello everyone, welcome back. Today, we'll be explaining the sci-fi movie Alien, Romulus. Spoilers ahead, so be cautious and take care. On February 9th, 2142, a spaceship detects a wreckage floating in the vast emptiness of space. The crew discovers a large organic object, which they soon transport to a research facility. The scientists, using lasers, unveil a cocoon where a xenomorph alien once lived. What they have just uncovered is a deadly secret, and they have no idea that they won't live to tell the tale. 17 days later, in the mining colony of Jackson's Star, the star doesn't shine, and many of its residents have never seen the sun. Kadine, a poor worker and our main character, has fulfilled her contract with the Weyland-Yutani Corporation. She's finally eligible to leave the planet and head to a new world, Yaga, with her adopted robot brother, Andy. But due to a work shortage, the company refuses to let Rain leave. Instead, they extend her contract from the 12,000 hours she has already worked to 24,000. Rain is devastated. She's been working in this miserable place her entire life, and now they're forcing her to stay even longer. As she vents her frustration, Rain receives an unexpected call from her ex-boyfriend, Tyler Harrison. He says something important has come up and he needs her help. Rain meets Tyler and his team, his pregnant sister Kay, his cousin Bjorn, and Bjorn's adoptive sister Navarro. Tyler reveals they've discovered an abandoned space station drifting in orbit above the colony. He believes they can use the space station to escape Jackson's Star. They plan to scavenge the station's cryogenic hypersleep chamber fuel for a long journey out of the planet. The trip to Yaga would take many years, and the team needs Rain's robot, Andy, to access the station's systems. Rain is hesitant, worried that this could be a criminal act and that it could count as trespassing on Weyland-Yutani property. However, after some persuasion, she agrees to help Tyler and his team. They secretly leave Jackson's Star aboard the mining hauler Corbalin, heading toward the wrecked space station. As they leave the planet's atmosphere, Rain gazes at the vast beauty of space and sees the sun for the first time. At last, she feels like she's finally escaping. The team lands on the abandoned station and prepares to explore. Tyler, Andy, and Bjorn board the station while the others remain aboard the ship. As they explore, they manage to turn on the station's power. They discover that the ship is divided into two sections, Romulus and Remus. The crew finally locates the cryogenic chambers and fuel supply, but they realize the hypersleep chambers lack enough fuel for the 9-year journey to Yaga. Determined, the team continues searching, eventually discovering another room with a larger fuel supply. They're thrilled to find enough cryogenic fuel for the trip, but as they attempt to remove the fuel, they trigger a lockdown. This also releases a batch of facehuggers stored in cryogenic sleep, which begin to defrost. The crew has no idea what's about to unfold. To make matters worse, Andy doesn't have the clearance to open the locked door. Rain and Navarro must come to the rescue. Rain spots a destroyed synthetic robot in the ship and takes its chip, hoping it will give Andy the clearance needed to unlock the door. She manages to hand the chip to Tyler through a gap in the door. Tyler installs the chip into Andy, granting the robot full access to the ship's systems. However, the upgrade also alters Andy's behavior, making him more defiant toward his owners. The facehuggers begin to stir, and the group is under attack. In a panic, the team tries to fight off the aliens, but it's Andy's new programming that helps them escape. The robot comes to life, saving Bjorn from a facehugger, and finally opens the door to allow the group to escape. However, the situation quickly worsens when one of the facehuggers manages to attach itself to Navarro. Despite the group's best efforts, they can't free her. Desperate, they reactivate the synthetic robot, Rook, hoping he might have the solution. Rook reveals that the station's personnel were all killed by the creatures. He shows them the corpse of a xenomorph from the Nostromo's wreckage and confirms that Navarro is beyond saving. Tyler refuses to give up, and the group comes up with a plan to use cryogenic freezing liquid to detach the facehugger from Navarro. The plan works sort of. They freeze the facehugger's tail, allowing them to untangle it from Navarro's neck. But Rook warns them that Navarro may have been implanted with an alien embryo. He tells them that she is doomed. Rook insists that they can't risk bringing her back to the ship as she would infect the rest of the crew. Andy is ordered to stop Navarro from boarding the ship, but Bjorn tases the robot, and they return to the ship with Navarro, leaving the rest of the group behind. On the ship, as they prepare to leave, Navarro's chest begins to twitch. She realizes something's terribly wrong, and in a horrifying moment, a full-grown alien bursts from her chest. Chaos ensues as the Corballan crashes into the Romulus hangar bay, destabilizing the ship. The crew has just 47 minutes before they crash into the rings of Jackson's star. Rain and Tyler try to regroup with the others, but their path is blocked by a horde of facehuggers. Andy stays behind for a moment, and Rook tells the robot that his mission has changed after his chip upgrade. Andy is no longer bound to keep Rain safe. He now serves the company's interests. After some tense moments, Andy reappears with new information about the facehuggers. The aliens primarily track by heat signature, and Rain proposes a plan to increase the room temperature to match their body heat, making them invisible to the creatures. Andy warns them that fear and panic could raise their body temperature and alert the aliens. They need to remain calm as they move through the station, hoping to avoid detection. As they make their way through the corridors, Rain stumbles upon a dead body, startling her and raising her temperature. Tyler tries to calm her down, warning her not to panic. Meanwhile, Kay discovers Navarro's body, and she tries to leave the hangar. However, she comes across the remains of the alien that emerged from Navarro's chest, and she spots a large cocoon nearby. Before Kay can react, Bjorn appears and warns her to stay quiet. Bjorn tries to electrocute the cocoon, but this only accelerates the alien's hatching. Kay escapes, but Bjorn isn't so lucky. The Xenomorph attacks him, killing him in a brutal fashion. Kay makes a break for the exit, but the door is locked. She radios Tyler, who instructs her to find the key and unlock the door. Just in time, the Xenomorph fully emerges from its cocoon, now fully grown. Kay unlocks the door just as the alien catches up to her. She narrowly escapes, but is knocked unconscious. As she regains her senses, she sees the Xenomorph dragging the bodies of her fallen comrades away. She tries to flee again, but the door won't open, triggering an alarm. Tyler and the others arrive, but hesitate when they spot the alien behind Kay. Andy refuses to open the door, afraid the alien will attack. The Xenomorph attacks, stabs Kay, and drags her away. Meanwhile, Rain demands to know why Andy didn't open the door. He reveals that his primary directive has changed to prioritize the company's interests. The docking bay doors will only open once his mission is complete. Andy leads the group to a lab where Rook has been experimenting with a new compound, Z1, based on Xenomorph DNA. Rook believes it will help humanity survive by rewriting their DNA, enhancing their physical and mental capabilities. He sees it as a gift to humanity, a necessary upgrade to evolution. The group is armed with guns equipped with auto-aim, but Andy warns them not to fire unless absolutely necessary, as doing so could cause the ship to decompress from Xenomorph's acidic blood. The team proceeds cautiously, but things take another dark turn. As they leave the lab, they realize the area they are in is a nesting ground for the Xenomorphs. Fearing the worst, the group decides to take another route.
I think we better go back and find another way.
That might be a good idea.
But Tyler hears Kay's voice coming from within the nest, and he rushes in to find her. He manages to free her, but she's severely injured. He pleads with Andy to give him some Z1 to inject into Kay. Rain is suspicious of the compound, and she urges Tyler to place Kay in a cryopod instead. Time is running out, and as they try to escape, the aliens close in on them. Andy is damaged in the chaos. Tyler faced real close to the alien, and more aliens coming for him. The alien open its mouth and start piercing him, meeting his demise in a brutal attack. Rain gets on the elevator with Kay, but she sees Andy is still down there. She can't bring herself leave Andy behind, so she stops the elevator. Rain tells Kay to go on without her. The elevator will take her straight to their ship. She goes back to save Andy. Kay, in her desperation and pain, injects herself with the xenomorph compound. Rain tries to reset Andy's module as the ship's computer announces they have 10 minutes before the ship crashes. Unfortunately, the reset doesn't come fast enough, but the xenomorphs corner her. Rain accepts her fate and begins to listen to Andy's jokes. "Andy, can you tell me one of your jokes?" she asks. "Why don't monsters eat clowns?" Andy grins. Rain asks, "Why?" Intrigue. "Because they taste funny." Andy laughs, and Rain cracks a smile. She continues, "I read a great book about zero gravity. I just couldn't put it down until I read another one about zero gravity." Sparks a thought. Rain decides to disable the gravity generator, realizing that without gravity, the xenomorph acidic blood will float rather than fall. Andy asks, "Are you sure about this?" She replies, "Only one way to find out, activating the system." The tactic works, allowing Rain to kill the xenomorphs one by one. The acid blood floats in zero gravity, drifting around them. Rain and Andy float through the space, trying to reach the elevator. But as they approach, they realize the gravity loss has also disabled the elevator. They begin to float upwards instead. A xenomorph grabs Rain, but she shoots it, losing her grip and floating uncontrollably. This is really bad since the gravity generator is just about to turn back on for a purge. Rain reaches out for Andy's hand, but the gravity returns just as she's about to grab it. She falls, but before hitting the ground, another xenomorph grabs her, planning to impregnate her, just like they did with Navarro. Meanwhile, more xenomorphs approach. The elevator suddenly drops, crushing all the incoming aliens and saving Rain. However, one xenomorph dodges the elevator and calls for a facehugger to impregnate her. Andy arrives just in time, shooting the alien. Rain and Andy finally manage to reach the ship and reunite with Kay. Rain changes the ship's control back to automatic, cutting off Rook's hold on its destination. They escape the Romulus ship just in time, watching it crash into the planet's rings, taking Rook and the xenomorphs with it. Rain places Kay in a cryopod to stabilize her condition, but as Rain prepares for cryosleep, Kay's pod deactivates and an alarm sounds, signaling that Kay is in critical condition. Rain opens the chamber and sees Kay's abdomen swelling, her wounds healing. Horrified, Rain watches as Kay gives birth to an egg. From the egg emerges a strange creature. Rain grabs the xenomorph baby, planning to throw it away, but the acidic cocoon makes her drop it. She tries to use a cryo extinguisher, but the acid melts the creature and the ship begins to suffer damage. The cargo section is compromised and the autopilot is disabled, causing the ship to steer back into the rings of the planet. Andy wakes up from his recharge and hears the chaos. Meanwhile, Rain tries to locate the alien creature. She finds Andy at the biopod section where Kay is. Andy encounters the alien, now fully grown in minutes. The creature slashes him, severely injuring him. Rain hears Kay's scream and rushes back. The creature moves toward Kay, ready to continue feeding. Rain finds Andy nearly broken, and he urges her to go help Kay. But when she reaches Kay, the creature has already drained her life force. Rain faces the creature and tries to subdue it with the cryo extinguisher. She manages to escape for now, but the room's freezing temperature forces her to put on an astronaut suit. Rain comes up with a plan and heads to the cargo bed. The creature is closing in. She anchors herself and prepares to detach the cargo bed to eject the alien. The alien doesn't follow, but as Rain waits, it sneaks up behind her, knocking her down. The alien smiles and growls, ready to kill her. In a desperate move, Rain spills the acid from the alien cocoon, causing a hole in the cargo bed. The vacuum of space pulls both of them in. Still tethered to the ship, Rain tries to climb back, but the alien clings to the ship using its tail. The alien cracks her helmet to pierce through. Rain realizes her anchor cable is stuck between the levers. She pulls it with all her strength, managing to activate the lever and eject the cargo bed along with the alien into the planet's rings. Finally, Rain celebrates, exhausted, as she climbs up to rest in her cryogenic chamber, heading for the planet Yaga. If you love movies and want more videos like this, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and click the notification bell so you'll never miss our new videos. Click left video to watch another sci-fi movie explanation.